What up guys, welcome to another video. Today I'm at HDZ Auto Spa. I'm here with my good friend Christian. Christian, introduce yourself, tell him how long have you been doing this and where you're from and how you got into it maybe.
How you doing guys? I'm Christian Hernandez here from HDZ Auto Spa. I've been doing this since I was 14 years old. Quite a bit of time. I started off just because all my friends, you know, they were older than me at the moment. They were about 15, 16 years old, applying for jobs. I wasn't old enough. I was trying to apply with them. So what I would do is I would go house to house, try to ask people if I could wash their cars, 10, 15 bucks. And I ended up coming across my neighbor who was a mobile detailer. I didn't know that. And he actually let me work with him, and he kind of taught me the ropes, and that's, you know, I grew from there. We're gonna wash it, we're gonna debug it, get rid of all the initial dirt off the paint, and then we're gonna decontaminate it with a clay bar treatment that gets rid of all the overspray, anything that gets embedded into the clear that the wash won't get out. Then after that, we're gonna do the 3-step buffs. We're gonna get rid of swirls, oxidation, any light scratches that he may have on the paint. We wanna perfect it. And then last but not least, we're gonna go ahead and put a paint sealant that's gonna protect the paint and give it a gloss finish for a year. So we got the car all washed up and clean. We got the clay bar here and our tape line down the middle of the hood. So it's gonna be our before and after 50-50 shot. So what we do with the clay bar is we wanna, you know, have a lubricant, you know, clay lube. We wanna gently mist the paint, kind of rub back and forth. When you do this yourself, it's gonna feel like it's gonna pull the clay bar on the paint, and as you go over more, it's gonna be a lot smoother and a lot smoother. That's how you know all the contaminants have pulled off the paint.
Do you recommend people doing clay bars at home when they just do regular washes or not?
Not for regular washes, just because the clay bar, it can be abrasive to the paint. So unless you're gonna polish it, I wouldn't recommend doing the clay bar, just because you can leave swirl marks and whatnot.
You can see the marring right here at a certain angle. Proper blue, oxidized blue. This is like a plastic. This is the metal hood. Just so you know, you need a good angle of what this oxidation looks like, because it is pretty bad. I forgot to mention earlier that Christian offered to ceramic coat the car, and I decided not to because I'm going to be wrapping this car at some point. So we're going to do that on a different car because I definitely want to show that process, and I want to learn how to do it myself and teach you guys as well. So
before we start the buffing process, I usually like to check the paint's thickness with our paint gauge. Most factory paint jobs are from 4 to 6 mils of paint, so let's check about how much this one has. 6.2. So we're in the clear for that. We'll usually check around the entire vehicle, make sure a panel hasn't been repainted. If it's extremely like it has 18 mils of clear paint, it usually means it's been repainted. Before we start buffing, we don't want to just put a bunch of compound on the paint. We want to what's called prime the pad. So we want to put, you know, about 4 drops on there, and you want to spread the pad, the compound evenly throughout the pad, so you're not buffing with the dry pad. So after you prime the pad, you can put your initial, you know, you can put 2 to 3 drops on there, depending on how big of a space you're working with. But we're gonna work with, we'll do like this section here first, just to kind of, we're gonna spread out the compound. When we buff, we want to go on a crisscross pattern. That way you're not missing any spots. Slow and steady wins the race, right?
How would you describe this? I'm trying to think.
It's a cutting compound first, and then it turns into a polish. It's a one-step process, but we don't like to keep it at one step. We want to make it even better. We're gonna prime this pad a little differently than we did the last one. It's gonna be the same step, the 4 drops. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna place it on the paint, give it a nice push, and we're just gonna work in the compound into the pad. We're not trying to polish the pad right now. I mean the vehicle. We're trying to prime the pad for like 30 seconds. And then you can kind of see it's spread out a little bit. And then we can go ahead and put our droplets on there. The other pad cuts a lot deeper into the clear. Not too much though, but this one's gonna be more of a polishing pad, like a medium duty cutting slash polishing. So this is gonna bring more of a gloss into the paint. This is our Rupes Nano for harder to reach areas like this plastic right here. I can't fit my pad in there, so the paint's already fully color corrected. We're now on to our final step, which is applying our paint sealant. What we do is I just like to make a little circle and spread out the wax like this. And on a slow setting, we're just gonna evenly spread out the wax on the entire vehicle.
Thank you guys so much for watching this video. I really appreciate it. We got rid of the swirls. We got it looking icy. This car hasn't looked as good since I bought it. Thanks to Christian. Any last words before we go?
Thanks for coming in, guys. Come check us out. HTZ Auto Spa for Jermaine and Cooper. We stand behind our work, honesty, quality, and passion.
If you guys want to reach out to them for a car wash, interior, ceramic coating, wax, polish, all the above to make your car look amazing, I'll leave all the information on the screen right now, all the information in the description. Hit them up. Thank you guys so much for watching again.